A Tiny Shark's Tale, written by Daniel Moore, illustrated by Stephanie Sprinkle. Far, far away and deep, deep under the great blue sea lived a tale tall and true. Well, in actuality, it was a small tale, taking place behind a small tale. But in the grand scheme of things, it left a great impact. I know it's confusing now, but it will all make sense in a little while.
Fun fact, the world is actually 75% water, and most of that is unexplored.
For in this tale of different sizes, we meet our first character, Swimmy. Swimmy was a ferocious, fast, amazingly remarkable dwarf shark. Now, for those of you who know next to nothing about the dwarf shark, know this. The dwarf shark is the smallest shark known to mankind, which is extremely small. I know it's hard to understand, but that sort of thing is looked down upon in the shark world. If you're a shark that's not big enough to take on a tuna fish alone, then you were considered the chicken of the sea.
Fun fact, dwarf sharks are about the size of the human hand.
Now, Swimmy may have been small, but he didn't let it get to him. In fact, he was one of the happiest fish in the saltwater sea. He often played games with his best friend Pearl, who was a Pacific Flame Antheus. They played all the great fish games together like Sharko Polo, fin wrestling, hide and go reef, and even shark tag or charades when there were lots of others to play with. All seemed perfect and happy for Swimmy, until one day.
Fun fact, Antheus are reef fish, one of the most beautiful reef fish, that is.
The greatest great white shark ever seen to mankind or fish came into town. This great white was big and mean and bad. In fact, he was so big and mean and bad that there was only one name fit for a shark this big and bad, and that name was Finbad. Now, for those of you who know next to nothing about the great white shark, know this: they are the biggest predatory shark known to mankind, and that means a lot in the shark world. Now, word on the creek says that Finbad was so bad that once he was kicked out of a school of fish for eating it. It just so happens that the day Finbad came to town, he also saw a small little Swimmy float past his eye on his way to visit Pearl.
Fun fact, great white sharks can lose more than 1,000 teeth in its lifetime.
Laughed Finbad as he saw little Swimmy stroke by. And what are you supposed to be, he said. A new flavor of shrimp? Swimmy was so shocked at the rudeness of the great white that he didn't know what to say, other than, they call me Swimmy. A great rush of wave came up from behind, and there appeared a hammerhead shark. He was one of Finbad's friends named Hewalt. Hewalt said, "Hey there, look at there, boss, that's one of them dwarf sharks." "Well, I'll be," shouted Finbad. "A dwarf shark named Swimmy? This is too much. Tell me, Swimmy, where are your other brother dwarfs like Sleepy, Happy, and Sneezy? Oh, and you should come over to my place and act like a nail for Hewalt to hammer you in. I've got a leaky roof," teased Finbad. "I think your roof is leaky because we're under the water," exclaimed Hewalt. They would not stop laughing.
Fun fact, the hammerhead shark is known to have more powerful senses than other sharks, but not so much for Hewalt.
Just then, Pearl came striding by and noticed that something was up. "Oh, hey, Swimmy," she said. "Where have you been? You never came to the reef." "Hi, Pearl. I'm so glad you're here. I just got a little "Oh, now isn't this just precious?" japed Finbad. "Little Swimmy's got himself a little girlfriend named Pearl. No offense, honey. I know you ain't the best-looking pearl in the sea, but surely you could do better than this guy." Finbad and Hewalt could not stop laughing.
Fun fact: pearls signify purity, innocence, humility, and sweetness.
"Excuse me?" Pearl piped up. "I find you to be extremely rude and wish you would apologize to me and Swimmy right now, or just kindly swim away." "Sorry, forgot that you can't take a joke," proclaimed Finbad. "Yeah, we're sorry that you're both too dumb," bubbled Hewalt. "Fine. If you all won't be reasonable enough to talk this out, then we will just leave. Come on, Swimmy," said Pearl. "Whatever. You all are just dumber than a bunch of goldfish," remarked Finbad. Now, for those of you who know next to nothing about goldfish, know this. It is considered the greatest insult you can say to a Pacific Flame Anthias, so don't do it. "What did you call me?" asked Pearl. "You heard me through the vibrations in the water. I called you a goldfish."
Fun fact: sound actually travels much quicker in water, whether it is clear or cloudy. Fishy fun fact: goldfish are often referenced to as having 2-second attention spans. Even some humans take offense to being called a goldfish.
Fun fact: fish swim in schools.
Fun fact: they do!
The school worked together to form a gigantic kraken in order to intimidate Finbad because they knew their strength was in their numbers. The school of fish scattered and reformed whenever Finbad tried to land a hit. The battle was so frightening that word on the creek said that it could be heard by the birds if the water had not muffled the noise.
Fun fact: when one person stands up for another, it makes it easier for other innocent bystanders to do the same. Daily double fun fact: scientists have actually found that fish who swim in schools have something in their brain that trains them to follow. When that part of the brain is removed, the fish no longer followed the school and they became the leader instead.
Finbad was so badly humiliated because so many small fish could look so much bigger and badder than him that he had to leave without landing a single hit on one fish. Hewalt got away too. "Are you all right, Swimmy?" asked Pearl. "I'm just great," replied Swimmy. "Pearl?" "Yeah, Swimmy." "Thank you." "Anytime," smiled Pearl.
Fun fact: one person standing up against a bully can make all the difference in the world or ocean to the victim.
Anyone can be a bully, but it takes a person who is really special, like you, to stop one.
Fun fact: they lived happily ever after.